So, hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Now in this week's video we're going to be building a new back door. So this back door is a stable door from a house and it cost me 30 quid off Facebook Marketplace. It's done 2 years on the back of old rows, it's done 15,000 miles around the UK, and to be fair, at this point it has seen better days. So we're travelling towards southern Scotland today to my friend Richie's, which you will have seen before around Glencoe. We've done some little travels before. So yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's helped me out with the van, making these ladders and stuff, and I've helped him out with his van. So he offered for me to use, he's got a nice workshop. It is 4 hours from Fort William, but yeah, I thought I'll go down and see him and do this and a few other bits. So I've bought a new handle and lock. I'm going to be reusing this bottom lock for the bottom lock again. But it's not going to be black this time. I've got some nice pallet wood, kind of like this, but already stripped inside. That's for firewood. And then I'm going to make a new door, make a new frame, possibly insulate it if there's any insulation I can use. And yeah, basically make a new waterproof door, because this one leaks and is drafty. And what I'm going to do this time is have it open outwards. Now if you notice any motorhomes, their doors always open outwards because it's a small space. It makes sense. I wanted it because of it kind of shut off the shower, and if you were parked up against anything at the back, meant you could still open the door. But to be fair, you never park that close to something, and if you are, you're not really going in. It's usually if you're popping to the shop, so doesn't really matter, I've found. So I'm going to make the door open outwards, and because of that it's got to come down, because at the moment the awning is in the way of the door, so I need to shorten the door frame. Sorry then, not sure why the camera just cut off then, but yeah, need to shorten the door frame, then it can open outwards. If the door opens inwards, it means that there's this like gap here that water can get down into where this seal is, whereas if it opens outwards, it just butts up to that, and you don't even have to have a seal. It's more of a draft excluder because water isn't going to get up there and in, so it's just better to have the door open outwards. Another thing is if you're in high winds at the back, this is really drafty because it's pushing it open and then pushing the wind through. Whereas apparently in countries like Norway and stuff, where it's obviously very cold and you get snowstorms and stuff, all the doors open outwards, because if the wind and stuff pushes against it, it actually seals it more against the obviously door shut. So yeah, opening outwards for the win. I might also add a handle here to make it easier to getting in. But otherwise, yeah, we've got a 2 hour drive down south today, and yeah, let's hit the road. Don't know why this GoPro keeps turning off. It's really annoying. Maybe it's cold, that's why that should do it. Yeah, that's better already. Right.
Apologies for the weld spatter on the windscreen, I still need to get that replaced. It was a lovely day driving down, and then I got pulled by Vosa. Again.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Is it your name or is it?
Hey?
Is it personal use? Is it?
Personal use,
Aye,
yeah.
Is
It's
it a
camper-
living van?
It's a camper van,
Aye,
yeah.
that's good. It's just the Roy's removals, it doesn't it? And light haulage, it doesn't help you.
No.
When you see that, you go, oh, commercial.
Well, they were on the other side. That was the quickest DVSA check ever. They really liked the van, and said just be on your way, mate. Which way's out? That way? This way? That way. Thanks. Second time that's happened now. Oh well, make good content, won't it? That was really quick. They literally just looked under the van and went, yeah, this is pretty tidy. It was MOT'd the other week. It'll be fine. reason I was going down this road was to get fuel. I knew I didn't need fuel. I've made it to Richie's, as you will have seen, and we've ripped down these big bits of timber into smaller bits, and this is going to make up, these are the lengths, the uprights of the two doors. So one is bigger than the other one, the top one is slightly bigger, but smaller than they both were because the door is overall smaller, and this is going to be the start for widths. So yeah, thank you very much.
So whether if these boards were cupped or the other ones were pretty flat, that one's dead flat.
This one's a little bit cupped at this
It might be a little bit
actually,
because it's, I don't know
it looks pretty
how
flat.
old. That's probably off my house build that.
It looks pretty flat. So apologies, but yesterday the camera died, so we got this frame made up, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how I made it using that frame. But basically we just did simple half laps using the circular saw with a depth setter, and then put the pieces of wood across like so, and then I just cut in to the line that you can see there, cut all of that out, and then filed it all up, or smartened it all up with a little chisel after to make them nice smooth, and then glued them just with some normal wood glue. I put a screw in this side, but realised that was the front, so then put two in the back. So yeah, job done. On to making the next one. Peel all the glue off, yeah.
Silicon.
There you go, pastry
I think
brush.
it did have long.
Oh, and you chopped them down a bit.
I chopped it off. Off the door.
Well, I think we should do the tenons the same way that they were on the other door. What was that?
So that was the
That's
inside.
the top. Yeah.
This is
So-
the outside with a single screw in it.
So yeah, this is the top and bottom. Just know that this is the
So this
outside.
gets one screw in it.
Yeah. If we want to put one screw in, or we could just.
Or do you want to flip it over and
Yeah.
just do and not have any screws in it? Flip it
Yeah.
that way.
Once we had both frames made, it was time to sort the cladding, and as I'm keeping the cost down, I'm using pallet wood as it's free, however it requires a lot of time and work.
I've not had an accident with that yet. I've got my tracks on.
We need to do this side of them as well, though.
What somebody that knows what they're doing would do, and that's not me, I don't know if it is you, but because you've now got you could either put them through the thicknesser and take the, I mean that's a really bad example, you might end up having to cut that in half and put it either side of the window or something like that to get that, because that bow is pretty extreme. That's a bad example, but the next thing to do would be to put them through the thicknesser to do the opposite side.
Ah, yeah.
We ran them through the thicknesser many times until they were around about 12 to 13 millimeters thick. I then ran it through the table saw to parallel the edges. Now, to join the boards together, we routed half laps into the boards. However, Richie's table router wasn't the most accurate, so we ended up using my palm router clamped in the vise, which worked a treat. We also routed a groove in the frame so that the pallet wood sits flush with the frame.
Just like a sprung loaded thing that you just push in the corner. So I guess that's your next step, isn't it? To cut these very accurately.
Square. So what we've got here is a rebated frame with 12mm, 12 or 13mm at the front for the pallet wood, which sits beautifully in there, as you can see, and then 6mm, 5.5mm at the back for a bit of plywood, which I've yet to buy. And then this is 14mm, which is about a mil more than this, but I've also got some foam seal, and then that is going to go under. So we've rebated a little, just 2mm rebate there for the window, and as you can see it moves the whole frame, so bob on. So we're just filling in the joints now. We've done this one with all of those bits, so yeah, we're just finishing off this door now, some little short bits across here, and then a few more long lengths, so we've got plenty of bits to be fair, and then we'll nearly be done. A little bit big up here. Okay, moment of truth. That goes in there. And then this one, persuasion. Whereas snug as that. That is beautiful. So yeah, this is going to be flush with this. Well, recessed about a mil, which as you can see, it is just about a mil. And then sticking on this stuff onto, not sure whether to stick it on the glass or the timber on the front yet, but either way, stick that down there, and then there's going to be a bit of timber that's going to basically window frame around the outside. And yeah, look at that door, sexy door.
We then pre-drilled each piece of pallet wood with a small drill bit so that we could drive a nail in later once we'd glued it all up.
Good morning everyone. So this is day 3 on the door, I think. What day did we start? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I got here Wednesday and we started it Wednesday. Then we spent Thursday, Friday. So this is technically day 4, 3.5. And today, well yesterday, we got both the doors done. Not sure how much you saw, but today's job is to put in the Celotex, which is there, and then add in the plywood, which we need to buy. So first thing is to give these all a sand with an 80 and then a 120, just because they're not quite level, some of the joins, and also some of them have, where the grain switches, the planer kind of ripped it up, so needs flattening down, made nice and smooth. Then we need to cut the frames down about 5mm on each edge, because we made them slightly oversized just for sure. So yeah, take a sander to that, and let's go. So GoPro has died, but I'm just putting this on, and as you can see, this makes it a beautiful colour. Let me show you the demonstration we did earlier. That is the stain on the pallet wood, which we didn't like, the stain on timber, and then the varnish on there. And as you can see, it's nice and contrasty,
as opposed to not, and it keeps the colour as opposed to the stain just kind of makes it look a bit boring. So yeah, doing a clear varnish on this inner bit and then staining the frame so it looks nice and dark and a bit better than shitty pine. And I haven't done a very good job there, but the hinge is going in there. But yeah, just doing the inner bit first, then the frame. I've just done the underside and inside the back of the bit's pallet wood, because the carpenter once told me that if you only do one side, then it will seal that side and the other side will still be open to moisture, and they'll like concave and stuff and do all weird shit. So best to treat both sides. So hello everyone, today we're on to fitting the door, of which we need to remove this. Leave that shim in.
Not tight, but
I just know my last one started off alright, then dropped a bit.
yes.
So I'm just.
This is.
But this has got better hinges. Those hinges had loads and loads of play in them. Loads of play. No.
And this door's probably lighter than that door.
It would, especially the top half. I think all of those panes of glass are quite actually heavy together. No door. Look at that. That's a bit of a bigger step than I thought. No door. We've taken this off, and then we're just trying to get this door as square as possible, or more like fit to the frame as possible and not square, because this door was square and we've had to plane it down now, just so that all of the edges. So this is parallel to this, which is quite nice, but then this slopes away. So we've made it all nice now, and then I'm just about to put these nice new ball bearing hinges in, which Richie has kindly gifted me. We've marked where it needs to go on the frame, and I'm going to put that, chisel that in, or maybe route, I'm not sure. Beautifully sticking out. The door is pretty much going to be flush with the front of the frame, and it means I can have fly nets, the curtain can be shut because the door opens outwards, have a little hook here so it keeps the door open, if you're punked on the slant obviously. So yeah, put these in there, and there we are. Door's getting there. It's looking very sexy, the door. So we've done the door frame in the van and made the doors fit, as you saw the time lapse from earlier. And what I've also done is stain the frame and done a bit of attention to the frame, but we haven't put any strip wood on yet or cut the door frame down because it needs shortening yet. But what we have just done is fitted the lock in the top door. Yes, I chipped it a little bit, but don't worry, it'll be covered. And in the bottom door, if I can find it, oh, here it is. We've put this latch in the top of the door. That's going to be up here. It's going to be up here. And then we've got some nice black hinges, handles over here to go on the outside and inside, with the key obviously to lock it all up. But that means when the door is shut at the bottom, don't need to keep it latched in because it will be on a normal handle, and then in order to unlock it you just release the little lock, which I have here. And yeah, but at the moment we're putting in the double glazing glass, and I've just stuck some of this foam stripping to these, and then it's going to cover the join basically as it clamps down. And then in the little gap that there'll be, we're going to put a little bit of clear sealant all the way around, although I don't have that yet, but that will be the aim. But yeah, nice double glazing, should keep nice and warm, and it's going to have Celotex in. So yeah, crack on with that. But sorry, the camera's died again. So quick little update, we've cut the top of the door frame out, which the reason I had to do that is we cut it out with a handsaw, but here this was screwed in to here like that, and then that was the top of the door, and that's what we've just cut off there. because that's what I just varnished there. So I've just chopped that off, and then this, the old thing, it needs sanding and stuff. That was so much. I mean, look, you can see the glue. This is clear OB1, and this took, like, this would not come out without cutting all of this sealant with a knife. It was a nightmare. So I would highly recommend OB1, seeing as that's what I use for everything. So that's what's going to be sealing my new window on the door, which she's just bringing over. But yeah, that's going to go across there, and then that's the top of my door frame, which brings it down below the awning, obviously. And as you can see, it is at a slight angle, which is what I've just noticed. So here's the inside of the door, guys, and then you can look outside. Ta-da! Sorry, I'm on my long lens because the GoPro is not playing ball and my other lens is broken. But look, it's beautiful and sunny out today. And Richie's house looks lovely in the sun. And look, the door just shuts by itself. Chung! But it's beautiful and sunny, look at that. And look at how well my little spider babies are doing. They're falling off there like no tomorrow. And there's another one just there. Another stem coming up. We've got loads of them. Look at them. All coming out now. I've bought 5 planters with 5 hangers. I'm going to give a couple to Chelsea. And then put a few in the back of little baby spider plants. But yeah, I've got bloody loads of them now. There's most of my door. There's the glass and the lock, and then here is the bottom door, and I've just taken the bottom piece off just by sawing down here with a handsaw. And look at this edge. This is where it used to come in. You used to see like water dripping down here because this is the bottom of the door. And yeah, that goodbye. And I wonder if this bit will probably just come off. Yep. This one's got the bolt lock, so it might do. Oh look, it's coming. There we go. And then these will probably just come apart as well, but I think I need 2 hands for that. Okay, so hello everyone. It's a few days later now. I'm back in Fort and I'm just going to show you the door because the GoPro had a fit and corrupted half the footage, so I'm going to have to try and make it up. I was looking at the footage this morning and the last you saw was kind of us putting the hinges in, which as you can see now it's all on and working. These are all, as you saw, me staining the outside and then just clear varnishing this, and I'll go over it with another coat yet before the winter. But yeah, all these are like rebaited in really nicely. We've got all the strippings on, still waiting for the seal for the door properly, but it's insulated, which is a massive change, and obviously this double glazing is beautiful and I love the way it turned out.
then you just got the wood frame on the outside. I still yet need to, I've just bought the catch to go in here to keep that open and not hit the waffle boards, although I think I need to put like a bit of padding on something so that when it does swing open it doesn't hit that. This latch is really good. The only thing that could be better, because we put this bottom strip on as well, which I don't know if you saw us made, but it's the same kind of design with a little drip off edge so that the water doesn't go back, if you could see that there. So the water comes down, this is sealed with OB1, as you can see a bit squeezing out there, and then it drips down and off, and that way it doesn't go onto the door frame, which makes it nice and smart. There's a husky bum, and then here there's a little foam seal which won't get wrecked by Yoshi's paws because it's up on the top half. There, darling. And then the only thing that I was going to say could be better is this comes up slowly as you're driving, and then this swung open after about 5-10 miles when I left Richie's. So it's because I had to wedge this in here, put a little wedge in. So I think the one thing that needs to change is I need to make this, because also it's annoying when I forget to latch it and then you come and open this and the door swings out. So it needs like a night latch is what I've bought. One of the external ones, so I don't have to drill any holes in the door, and then as you shut it, it will just latch to the bottom door when you pull it to. Hi husky. So yeah, as you pull this one, it would then latch onto there instead of having to then do that, and then that slowly comes up as you drive. So it'd just be better. And I might put the key on the outside, so maybe if you're outside you could just open the outside with a key, but I'll probably just leave it on because before you had to open it from the inside anyway. But yeah, otherwise splendid door, and I'm very happy with it, and it still just shuts on its own. It hasn't swollen yet, so I might have to plane a bit off the bottom yet, I'm not sure, because it does get very close here, but we'll see as winter comes. But for now, chuffed with the door, and as you can see it when it's like that, it's lovely too. Oh. So that's going to be it for this video, and if you did enjoy this little building video, then be sure to subscribe, because we've got some other tinkery videos